America is now the epicenter of the coronavirus pandemic.
America has passed the grim milestone of 20,500 deaths to overtake Italy as the world's worst-hit nation.
Many blame the president for the scale of the crisis.
These are the lonely times for a president. All the decisions come to you, and he's made just about all of them wrong.
But the causes of America's failings in dealing with the virus run far deeper.
Independent of Donald Trump, America is a country that always would have found fighting a pandemic to be difficult, regardless of who the president was.
When the novel coronavirus hit America, President Donald Trump's administration was slow to act.
Early on, the president was, reassuring Americans that things would not get so bad.
We have it very much under control in this country. We had 12 at one point, and now they've gotten very much better.
He seemed to be worried about the stock market and its vacillations. And I think that there was a series of critical weeks in which the threat was underplayed.
The administration's initial complacency was set to store up problems for the weeks ahead.
There was a sense that we didn't need to develop the amount of ventilators that we had, the number of personal protective equipment that could go out to doctors. And what we find now is that we're in the midst of kind of a national shortage of those things.
On March 9th, the Trump administration promised millions of test kits, crucial to monitor the spread of the virus. Yet, by the end of the month, only around 200,000 tests had been completed.
This is a serious thing, and right now, the federal government is failing.
But this failure wasn't entirely down to President Trump's inaction.
Thousands of Americans may have been exposed to the coronavirus, but have not been tested.
The first tests, created by the Centers for Disease Control, a federal agency, didn't work. Private and academic labs around the country tried to develop their own tests, but were initially hampered by strict regulations and a laborious approval process.
That's a technical failing and a bureaucratic failing that perhaps could be laid on the president. But one of the things about America is that public health authority is incredibly devolved to states and cities in terms of how they respond, so that the federal government actually can't order these things.
America's federal system grants states the authority to decide when and how to respond in a public health crisis like this pandemic. And every state has responded differently.
The state's 19 million residents are being told to stay at home as much as possible.